Hey, what is up everybody? Blades for here, and today for you guys another video of Persona 5X. Inside today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about the JP beta, closed beta sign up here, which is going to be fairly interesting. And I think a lot of you guys should actually take this into account because there's some interesting things I have to feel about this one. But as always, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, helps me out quite a lot. Trucking over the 4K, and we're only going to keep on trucking from here. But all right, so talking about at least the closed beta test, you guys should be seeing my Twitter pop up in 2 seconds about the P5X news account here. And this is very interesting because recently, being 8 hours ago, as I said recently, they posted that the closed beta test will be actually taking place very soon. The time has been decided, so we have at least a time list being that November 29th all the way to December 5th will be the scheduled closed beta test. Now that's pretty interesting because November 29th to 25th is a decent bit of time. We have, I think that's about almost a week. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, pretty much a week of just gameplay that we get to actually have some fun with on not TW, on JP, if you guys do want to sign up for this. And this is fairly interesting because of course, this means no matter what, they're pretty much close. They recently did a play test about the game, and now they're doing the actual closed beta test, most likely leading to an open beta test or either an open release. Now, the reasoning why I'm interested with this, of course, is going to be that with JP coming, we were supposed to see something about global. Now, a lot of us have not seen anything about like a global account other than just global domains being made and them stating that global will be coming, but we don't have an actual date. Now, the thing about JP is we don't have an actual date for that as well. So what I'm interested in is they're probably going to use JP as a closed beta test into a stress test for the actual game later on, in which then I feel like we're going to hear something about global. Now, this could possibly be because of the Game Awards that's going to eventually happen, and I'm hoping they announce it there, because if they do announce it there, we should be seeing global and JP drop nearly at the same time, which I'm hoping will happen. Now, on the likelihood that we don't see that, most likely global is going to be around April, but when it does come down to JP, this is going to be releasing fairly soon, seeing they're already starting to do the closed beta test, and this is what I'm really interested in. Now, of course, if a lot of you guys want to go ahead and try to sign up, there are ways, to my knowledge, to sign up, but you have to kind of trick down the system. But we have the actual JP beta test site here, which goes over the actual ways that you could sign up via iOS, Google Play, being Android, of course, and then Steam. Now, it does tell you, of course, all of the actual little specs and stuff that you want to have. So be sure, if you are going to get these, or at least try to do this here, be sure to have the specs for it, because it's going to be a hefty game. I think for phones, it's not really ultra hefty, but I know for like PC, it is a huge game. So surely do keep that in mind. It's like weird for the actual memory managed here. But anyways, this game is going to be dropping fairly soon, in my opinion. Hopefully they announce it during the Game Awards, which is really what I'm interested in for the most part. And I can't freaking wait, man. This is going to be so freaking fun. Actually see everybody's opinions on the game, because much like how this game came out, where we had, of course, TW, we had KR, CN, that was where they did CN as an open beta test as well, same as KR and TW were like kind of open beta tests. Well, CN was the full release, but KR and TW were open beta tests, and I'm hoping we hear something about that happening fairly soon, because if we do, we can expect to see a lot of content dropping very soon, and a lot of folks who want to give this game a hot shot. Because as much as this game gets just a bad rap and is for being a gacha, it's actually not really bad. There's a lot of things that are really free to play about it. There's a lot of things that, surprisingly enough, the devs actually listen. Recently we have, of course, balance patches with a lot of things, or at least they continue doing balance patches, and we're having a huge overhaul of balance patches for 4 stars and 5 stars next update. So they're really trying their best to make this game kind of nice for everyone. Only thing I am curious about is when it comes to the balance patches and different updates for the characters, I'm wondering if on JP and when global does eventually drop, will they have those off rip, or will we just be looking forward to those balance patches? Now, feel like having them off rip may be a good idea, at least to give everyone the best thing of the character that they can get at that point in time. So if they don't give them off rip as well, I could kind of see why they wouldn't, and that's mainly just because, hey, they want to make sure at the end of the day, the characters that you do go for eventually will get buffed, so it makes them feel way more fun later on. And then, you know, there's always that little access or want of either going back, let's say you skip Joker because you felt like he wasn't good enough, but once they balance him up and they buff him up, then he may be good enough to your standards. So I mean, like, they could very well space it out, though I do hope that they don't do that and they actually just go ahead and immediately what's it called, have the balance patches out for everybody to enjoy, because it makes the characters a lot more enjoyable. But that is mainly just my opinion on this here. I'm trying to think, there was one more thing I wanted to talk about for this here, seeing that at least the beta test was now announced. Oh yes, that's what I wanted to talk about here. When it does come down to beta testing actual characters, I know a lot of you guys like some foresight to seeing exactly what exactly you want for characters and things like that. So I will be having a roadmap of when different characters did come out and things like that, where you can expect them very soon for JP and global. But truly do look forward to that. And I also will be having a tier list. I wanted to get it out today, but I didn't have enough time last night. And I also kind of, you know what, hold on, let me rephrase that. I ain't gonna lie to myself, I was slacking off, I was hanging out with some friends, and yeah, I just did not record the dang tier list. But yeah, that's my bad. Yeah, Wonder's face is my whole face right now. But pretty much I forgot to just record the tier list, and I will be doing that most likely tonight to try and get that tier list out to you guys, so you guys can actually see what you want to invest in. But one thing I do have to keep in mind, or at least tell you guys to keep in mind, is luckily in this game all characters are viable. There's nothing about them that makes them non-viable. Even on tier lists, yes, they can be on lower tiers, but you can clear this entire game up to the highest story with just 4 stars fairly easy, especially if you are used to like Persona games. You will figure your way out, especially for doing this as well, and you can just get done with anything. It just comes down to how you build Wonder, how you do certain things right, and you'll be able to do it. No character is really must-haves other than maybe Cord, but other than that, it's pretty balanced. Everyone's pretty nice, and yeah, tier lists aren't the end all be all, so truly do know that. But all in all, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that like button, which for hey, consider subscribing if you are new. I do daily videos on Persona 5X. Until later on, we're going to continue doing that, of course, and it's going to be, someone asked me this recently yesterday, it's going to be no matter what on PWB, my main account. We may do a little bit of JP, and we're going to have a ton of accounts on global, mainly as free-to-play accounts and challenge accounts. So look forward to that later on. We may be streaming later on this weekend as well. I'm gonna try to hold up to that one this time, and till next time, everybody, peace out. Look at me, I'm over here fumbling.